Wondering how you can get the most out of your hybrid or virtual event beyond the data? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good morning. How are you? I am so excited to be here with you this fine morning or whatever time it is wherever you are, and we are going to be talking about how to optimize virtual, hybrid, whatever you like to call them, however you like to do them, events. But before we go any further, if this is your first time here with me, hello! My name is Ella Glasgow, and I am the show-stopping virtual event producer hired by corporate meeting and event planners to help them create impactful virtual and hybrid events without pulling their hair out trying to figure out all the tech and logistics of it all. And we do this using our signature ENCORE method for transformational virtual experiences that have their audiences wanting to pay cash money to attend again and again. And today, we are talking about how to optimize your virtual or hybrid event beyond the data. There is so much data available. And while data is incredibly helpful for you, I'm talking about how to optimize your virtual or hybrid event for your audience. Da, 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 da. But before we go any further, if this is something that is intriguing to you, exciting to you, something that you want to let other people know about, then of course, please spread this like your favorite jam amongst your friends. And if you are here with me live, go ahead and give me a hashtag live. Let me know that you're here. And if you're watching in the replay, give me a hashtag replay. I want to know that you're here. This is an opportunity for us to interact with each other. So let's get to it. When it comes to virtual and hybrid events, then there are lots of things that we could really hang our hats on when it comes to creating some optimization. Hey there, Sarah Bryson. It's so good to see you here live with me today. I love that you are here with me, and I am excited to be here with you. But as I was saying, there are so many things that we can do when it comes to optimizing those events for ourselves so that we know all the numbers and we know what worked and we know what didn't work and all of those things. But I'm talking about optimization during the event, before the event, all of those things so that hey Irene, so that your audience feels like you really cared about them before you took a poll of them. But I think that in order for us to really understand what that means, we have to first look at the definition. And when I looked up the definition of optimization, Merriam-Webster calls it an act, process, or methodology of making something such as a design, a system, or a decision as fully perfect, functional, or effective as possible. Now, when I'm thinking about that, hey Greg, so good to see you here live today. When I'm thinking about that, I am thinking about design specifically for our attendees that come to our virtual and hybrid experiences, because when it comes to putting these things together, it is really, really easy to forget some of the little things that make the experience of that event, participating in that event, something that's incredibly wonderful and something that your attendees really remember long after that event is over. And we want to be thinking about these things before we take polls of them. We want to be having them in our thoughts as we are putting this together so that they experience something that is as fully functional, as effective, and designed as beautifully as possible specifically for them. And before I go any further, I want to ask you, if you are hearing something today that you're just like, that is fire, then give me a hashtag fire and let me know what it was. I want to know what is really popping with you today, because I want to have a conversation with you about this. So let's get to it. I promised you secrets to optimization. So secret number one, when it comes to putting together a virtual or a hybrid event, look, we got to stop the overflow. Stop overflow rooms, be gone. Is what I'm saying. What am I talking about? So whether you have heard this term before or not, I want to give you a concept and then I will explain further. Maybe you've heard of the overflow room. If you are a part of a church system anywhere or have been to a large church of any kind, or maybe even a small church, I don't know, then you have experienced the overflow room. And here is the thing about the overflow room. Nobody wants to be in the overflow room. Why? Nobody wants to be in the overflow room because it feels like you're a fly on the wall and they've set up a camera far in the back. And some chairs may be in there, and you're essentially a non-participatory participant at this particular service. You're in the building. You're so close, but you didn't get there fast enough to get a seat on the inside. And you don't want your virtual or hybrid attendees to feel that way. So I want you to consider, how can you make your virtual or hybrid event something that really feels like they are a part of the action. They want to be a part of the action. And this concept that I'm talking about of overflow rooms is not something that's just relegated to a hybrid event. Although I have heard of some putting up cameras in the back of the room and calling that a hybrid. That is not a hybrid. Don't do it. And if you need help with that and how to make that experience really something that your audience, no matter where they are, feels like they are really a part of it, then of course, reach out to me. That's exactly what we do with our clients and really helping them to optimize the experience for them and optimize the experience for their audience. This term of the overflow room can really happen even on a virtual event that's fully virtual. Are what people have called virtual events. I'm going to call them a webinar. And you may know what I'm talking about. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, okay? When I'm talking about the overflow in a virtual, fully online event, I'm talking about being a part of something where you as the audience member have been cut off from the chat. They've turned off the chat. You're not allowed to talk to anybody. You will be alone in your room or wherever you are watching. Don't you dare get in that chat and disturb anybody and be a part of this human experience. That makes me feel like I'm in the overflow room. And why did I come in the first place? Another way that can happen is if the person that is on the screen forgets that they are talking to humans, whether they've pre-recorded it or they are doing it fully live. You can make it feel like I am actually, or like we are actually talking with you and you are not talking at us. Let me know. I want to know if you have ever experienced what I'm talking about right now. I know that you have. Pop it into the comments. Let me know I want to know your stories. Give me the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I know that you have experienced this before, where you have been a part of an online experience and you feel completely ignored by the person that is on the screen because they're just getting through the points that they need to get through. They haven't asked you a question. They haven't seen if you're okay. They haven't asked you if you're getting it. Nothing. They haven't told you to communicate an amen to the person sitting next to you in your virtual pew. None of that. And I want you to let go of that overflow room mindset, that webinar mindset, and really get into the human experience that we all want and your audience deserves for you to be able to optimize your event in that way. Remember, if you are hearing something today that you are just like, girl, you are preaching, then give me a hashtag fire in the comments. And if this is something that you feel that somebody else needs to hear, then of course I want you to spread this amongst your friends. Let them know. Let them know. So let's get on to secret number 2. Secret number 2, UNITY. UNITY, that spells unity. Now, if you know who actually sang that song, then you will get a special shout out from me right now. I'll give you a hint. It was in the 90s. But what am I talking about? I'm talking about creating a unified experience for your audience, wherever they may be. It is really easy to make the virtual experience for your audience be something that is kind of an afterthought. And I know that you have been in virtual events or meetings or trainings where it feels like what it is you're taking part of and you being there is just an afterthought. And all they thought about, and especially if it's hybrid, all they thought about were the people that were in the room. And they're like, you know what, let's just, for the people that are online, you know, we'll do something. Here's a chat, y'all. I want you to really, really consider how you can unify the platform of being in person and online. Looky here. Hey, Erin, I hear you, girl. I hear you, girl. Preach. I need to get an organ. Because Erin, how many times do I talk about an organ? And how I have one playing in my head right now. So, yes, girl. But I want you to really consider what it means to unify the experience of your in-person audience or your virtual audience, whether they be separate or they be together. Yes, Irene, I see what you're saying, girl. Make sure no one feels left out. We don't want people to feel left out. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing my words? I don't want you to feel left out. I don't want your audience to feel left out. I don't want anybody over there to feel left out. We want no one to feel left out. And the only way that we can make this happen and be something that really optimizes the experience for your audience is to unify the experiences. And that means you're going to have to go a little bit deeper and thinking about how we can create something that makes the people that are online feel like they're a part of the people that are offline, that are there in person. Make them feel like they were so glad that they chose to show up even virtually. Because I have heard this before. And I'm gonna, yes, Erin. Look, hold on, y'all. I was going into a thought, but Erin wins the prize. Erin wins the prize because she got it. Yes, Erin, you are correct. And I'm going to give you the special that I told you. Get an applause. I'm working on my effects, okay? But you get a special round of applause. But yes, when I've heard people say, when they're talking about hybrid experiences, and if you were this person, I'm not judging you outwardly. I'm not judging you outwardly. I'm judging you inwardly. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. But I want you to consider this. This is what I've heard. We're going to create a hybrid event, and we are going to make the virtual experience, make it something so that when they see the in-person side, that they're going to wish that they came in person next time. Wait a minute. What? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Why would you do that to your online audience? Why would you create an experience that makes them have FOMO for the in-person experience? I mean, I get it on a certain level. You want to come back to in-person, I get it. But remember, not everybody can be there. Even when we do go back all the way to in-person, this thing of virtual, this online thing, it's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. So why would you create something that makes your online people feel less than? Feel like you didn't care as much about them because you didn't put as much thought into what you were creating for them as you did for the people that came in person. We don't want this to be an afterthought. You don't want this to be an afterthought. You want them to feel like they got just as much for their money, however much they paid for their virtual ticket, as those that paid for their in-person ticket. You want them to feel like, I am so glad that I took the time to cut out to be here with this today. And I'm so glad that I didn't miss it, because I want people to have FOMO for the virtual experience as well as the in-person experience. You hear me? You hearing what I'm saying? Give me the hashtag fire if you're hearing what I'm saying, okay? And I see you, Sarah. you were trying to find that crown sign quick. You were trying to find it real quick, and it just wasn't coming up for you. I get it, girl. I get it. You wanted to see it. But I see you. And if you find the crown, girl, pop it up, and I will give you a special shout out too. So that takes us on to secret number 3. Secret number 3. The show must go on. Yes, the show must go on. How can you optimize your event for your audience by making sure the show goes on? I am talking about being the person that says we are going to have a virtual side to our event no matter what. No matter what, we are going to have a virtual side to our event. Why? It guarantees that your event will happen. If for some crazy reason the in-person side of your event can't happen, they shut down the hotel, they said you can only have 5 people instead of 3,500 people, whatever the case may be, I don't want you to be in a place where you have to say the event is going to happen next year. You're going to wait a whole nother year for people to experience what you have to put out there. You're going to expect them to wait for you. No, sir. No, ma'am. Do not wait. Do not wait when we have this beautiful space of being online to really make sure that what it is that you have to put out there, whether it be a training, whether it be a conference to network with people, whether it be a product that you're trying to sell, whatever it is that you're trying to do with your event, ensuring that it actually happens, you can do this by making sure you always have a virtual option to your event. And of course, if you need help with that, hello, I am here to help you. We love hybrid. And we do it pretty darn well. I'm just going to. We've done it so well. Let me see what it is that Irene is saying here. Irene, I see that you are saying, yeah, you know what? It's so true about that, Irene. There are so many people online for so many reasons. They may be quarantined, have a child home. So many reasons why someone may not be able to come to your in-person experience. And now that we know, and you've heard me say this before, it's not like this wasn't possible before the C word. But now we're actually utilizing it, okay? I want you to utilize it and maximize it in the absolute best way possible. And if you are someone that needs to put on an event, whatever that level, we work with our clients on many, many levels. And we understand that to some degree, you may not be at a place yet to work with an entire production company giving you all the bells and whistles. Maybe you don't have an event that reaches past 100 people, and that's fine. Not that we don't work with people that have 50, 25. We've done events with only 12 people, and that's what they needed because they didn't want to lift a finger. They just wanted to show up. And you know what? That's what we're here for. But maybe you're just like, Ella, my budget does not get me to that place where we can come and work with a production company like yours. And I totally understand that. And for you, I have something. Would you like to know? Let me know if you want to know what I have for you. If you've seen recently, I have, you want to know. If you've seen recently, I have told people that I was called out. I was called out for not letting people, hey, Kristen, you know. I was called out for not telling people some of these things. So I'm making some things available to you. And part of that is helping you to really up-level how you're showing up online. Because here's the thing. Whether you work for yourself or you work for a company, and companies are who we're usually working with, people are out there in the streets just doing all kinds of things, and it's not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good. And if you've ever watched any of my lives or any videos that I've ever created over the past however many years, then you may be wanting to know how you can do this at your level. You can do some of these things that I'm doing right now live with you for your personal presentations, for your small events that are 50 people or less. You can do some of these things, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do that in my upcoming masterclass. I'm so excited about it. So if you want to know more about the Rockstar Video Masterclass and how in the world I'm making all this magic happen whilst we're live, then give me the hashtag, yes, please. Thank you, Kristen. Give me the hashtag, yes, please. And I will get that information to you. I am really excited about it. I'm super stoked because it's going to be so much fun. And we're going to do some things that will make your videos really pop and really shine. Sarah, I can't wait to see you, girl. Because you are already in it. She's giving a hashtag rockstar because she's already in it. But if you would like to be a part of the first Rockstar Video Masterclass so that you can up-level the trainings that you're doing, whether they be live or on Zoom or Hangout or wherever it happens to be, then give me the hashtag, yes, please. Hashtag, yes, please. And I will get the information to you so that you can be a part of this. So let's go ahead and recap, shall we? We've been here for a minute. Oh, we've been here for more than a minute. And I'm so glad that you all have been with me today. I'm so glad we had this time together. I'm so glad that you could be here with me. And let's see here. I see LinkedIn user. Hey, LinkedIn user. I'm not sure who you are, but I'll probably see you when I go and check the video later. But I see that you are telling me that you have got the people are sometimes often okay. People are sometimes often okay. Must be nudged, pushed. Yep. Kicking, screaming into the next evolution of connection. Well, with their yes, it's. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see who this is that's saying this. You're right. People sometimes have to be kicked, screaming, dragging, kicking, and screaming into the next evolution of handling their audiences, and doing it with love and care. And yes, I will get that to you, Greg, and I will get that to you, Irene. Thank you so much for giving me that. Yes, please. I will get that to you. Yes, please. I will get it to you for sure, Irene and Greg. And I am excited that I was able to be here with you. I promised you a quick recap. So let's get to it, shall we? First of all, the secrets to really creating and optimizing your hybrid or virtual events without you pulling your hair out are these. Secret number one: stop the overflow. Get the idea of the overflow room out of your head. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it all go. Get the overflow room out of your head and really allow your audience to be a part of what's going on. Don't just put up a camera at the back of the room. Don't do it. And if you need help with how to make that happen, obviously we are here for you. You can get in touch with me and I will definitely help you make that happen for your event so that the people feel like they're really a part of something special. Number two, secret number two is UNITY. UNITY, that's supposed to unify your platforms. Unify your platforms. Hey, Sandra. Yes, I saw your registration come through this morning, girl. So, yes, I want you to unify your platforms. That means make the experience feel like something that no matter where they participated, whether that be in person or online, or that event is completely online, there's nothing else, make them feel like you cared enough to think about them, that they weren't an afterthought when you combined all of these things together. That you really want to make sure that they get out of it what they came for. And number three, the show must go on. Whether your event is in person or virtual, if you create or include a virtual experience with your in-person experience, you will guarantee that the show will go on. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I have had such an incredible time with you, and I really look forward to seeing you next time. Remember, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, every single thing you do, every event